Hello, this is a foiling video, and foiling is a basic algebraic um, activity, skill, strategy that you absolutely need to know for the SAT. So I've put 4 problems up on the board with varying nuances, and let's begin. The first thing I want to start with is what FOIL means. Um, if you don't remember, FOIL is first, outside, inside, and last. And that refers to what you are, which numbers you're multiplying by in which order. So the first numbers, or in this case, letters of the parentheses are the x and the x. And then the outside numbers are the x and the -2. Then you go inside for the 1 and the x. And the last numbers in each parentheses is the L in FOIL. So we begin. X times x is x squared. X times -2, we got to bring that negative along with it, is -2x. 1 times x is simply x, and 1 times -2 is -2. And then we combine like terms. So we've got the x squared, we've got -2x and a plus 1x, or implied 1x, and that's going to be -x. And then the -2. And we're just going to stop there. We are not going to factor here. All right, now our second problem, we have the slight complication of the 3. Now, when you see a number outside of the parentheses, don't worry, just FOIL first and then multiply your answers by the 3. So we're going to do first, outside, inside, and last. And here we go. 4x times 2x is 8, x squared. All right, 4x times 3 is 12x. -1 times 2x is -2x, and -1 times 3 is -3. And then we combine like terms. We've got 8x squared, and we've got plus 12x minus 2x is plus 10x minus 3. Now, we have to bring that 3 down, right? We're multiplying this whole thing by 3, so we can't forget that. That we just bring right down here. And then we're distributing that 3 to every single item in the parentheses. So 3 times 8x squared is 24x squared. 3 times 10x is 30x. And 3 times -3 is -9. Now, if we're smart, we would see that all of these numbers are divisible by 3. So it's really nice to reduce. It makes everything easier. So 3 is going to be divided into each of these 3 numbers. So 3 into 24x squared is 8x squared. 3 into 30x is 10x. And 3 into -9 is -3. And that's going to be our answer. Okay. Now, we've got this third problem. Some of my students make this mistake of saying, I'm going to do it over here, that 2x minus 6 squared is simply 2x squared, which would be 4x squared, and -6 squared, which is going to be 36. Now, you cannot do this. This is not right. Right? What you need to do is write it out into parentheses. We've got 2x minus 6 times 2x minus 6. And then we add on the rest of the problem, right? The negative x plus 7. Okay, so again here, we're foiling. This is all about sharpening our foiling skills and making sure that we are on target with our negatives. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times -6 is -12. -6 times 2x is another -12x. I didn't say x over here. And negative 6 times negative 6 is a positive 36. And now we're going to deal with this bit of business, the rest of the problem. Now we have to distribute that negative out to both of these things, the x and the 7. So it's going to be negative x and negative 7. And now we can combine like terms. We've got 4x squared. We've got a negative 24x. We've got a 36 and a negative 7, which is going to be plus 29. And we got another negative x there. So I could have combined it all, but I didn't. So we've got a negative 24x and a negative x is going to be a negative 25x plus 29. And there we have it. Okay, let's do one more. And again, here, remember, we're not going to just square this item and that item. We're going to write it out like good math students in our 2 parentheses format, equals 28. Always make sure you write out the rest of the equation. And we FOIL. Okay, so negative 4a times negative 4a is positive 16a squared. Negative 4a times 2 is negative 8a. 2 times negative 4a is another negative 8a. And 2 times 2 is 4. And again, that equals negative 28. Now, we're going to combine like terms. So we've got negative 16a squared, negative 16a plus 4 equals 28. Now, what I didn't mention is that in all of these, I'm going to put this in a different color. In all of these equations, going back to the beginning, they're all equal to 0 because eventually we are going to factor them. We're not doing factoring now, so I didn't mention it before, but now I want to mention it because here is the exception to the rule. This is not equal to 0 yet. We want to make it equal to 0. So we're going to get rid of the 28 on both sides. And we're going to bring everything down. 16a squared minus 16a minus 24, and now it equals 0. Now, just like in this previous question where here we divided everything by 3, well, now we're going to divide everything by, well, what? We can divide everything by 8. Great, that'll be nice. So remember that you have to divide each of these numbers by 8. So we're going to get 2a squared minus 2a minus 3 equals 0. And we're done. All right, my friends, that is foiling. See you next time.